Go on the road.
On the Kalala, Yahweh Bashim, Washai Bashim, Kakadash, the banners to the apostles of Graham and Stone. Shalom to all the brothers in the island by preaching this word in sincerity and in truth with much honesty. I'm the brother Shapar.
Barkabosh.
Yeah, and as you can see on the screen here, US aircraft carrier sent as warning to Iran. Now, Iran is very significant in regards to prophecy, you know what I mean, and last day prophecy. And what last day prophecy we're talking about? World War III, you know what I mean? Because little did you know that the scriptures mention of the three wars that was going to be fought on the planet, you know what I mean? War 1, War 2, and War 3. And the scripture tells that the third war coming quickly. You know what I mean? And this basically is the build up for the third war. You know what I mean? And Iran has a major role to play within that role. You know what I mean? America play a massive role, you know what I mean, because America is gonna get the shitty end of the stick in this war, according to prophecy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So all these events that is been transpiring across the world geopolitically with America and all the other nations that is being mentioned in the news. It's not just, you know what I mean, a random thing. It's prophecy. You know what I mean? And when this thing intensify and when this thing get a notch or a step more severe, then people will now understand what we were on the highway and byway speaking. But for now, you're seeing the build up and potentially the kicking off of, or the starting of the show, kicking off of the show.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so America basically making moves on Iran. You know what I mean? Like how them do to Iraq and some other countries, you know what I mean? Create a story in which them can justify themselves to attack a nation, and they're about to do the same thing with Iran. You know what I mean? But everybody think that it's gonna go down like the previous episodes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? In which it's not gonna be so. You know what I mean? The thing is, you know, the Lord Yahweh Shai, he's the one who control what's going on here, man. He's the one who set up all the scenario. You know what I mean? Leading up to war. Because you have a lot of Edomites who love this not to happen. You know what I mean? But the Lord is the one who directing it down the spot, man. It's built, it's made to transpire this way, man. See, the Lord is the one who's doing it, man.
Can bring out a precept. So Isaiah 42 and verse 13, the Lord shall go forth as a mighty man.
Right.
He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war.
Right, so the Lord is the one who's stirring up these nations to war, man.
Can.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and through America and the financial elite, basically greed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Greed or hunger for power, because it's not about money, man. You know what I mean? It's basically having them on the resources on the earth
Energy.
and energy. You know what I mean? That's them can control and dictate to everybody on the earth, man. That's what it's all about, and that's what this war is about. It's an energy war. So anywhere you see this, any great big oil or natural gas pocket or any rare earth mineral, you're gonna see conflict there, because America, seeing, is gonna challenge anybody who is trying to get them hands on it or whosoever own it.
Right.
So don't believe that this is a war about democracy and dictators and everything. The America have friends of big dictators like Saudi Arabia, and they're not out to get rid of no dictator. Or they're not out to save nobody from them wicked oppressive leader.
It's about resources.
It's about resources, fighting over energy. This is an energy war. You know what I mean?
This is Micah 2 and verse 1, going down to verse 2. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Right.
When the morning is light, they practice it.
Right, so you actually see the stage, the players on the stage right now playing, saying, for this war, man. You know what I mean? So the scenario for war is being created in front of your eyes. The elites create this scenario. You know what I mean? This whole narrative about Iran is this big bully when it comes on to terrorism and, you know what I mean, threatening Israel. And they've been saying that Iran never go to war for how much, hundreds of years, man. So, this man is such a threat, you know what I mean? They invade nobody, basically. As Chris said, them slack, yeah. Them say Iran no invade nobody for how much in years, man.
Right.
Them up a war with Iraq recently. But look, man, this Iran is the boogeyman, and certain Middle Eastern countries is the boogeyman. Is basically a story that get created, you know what I mean, by the elite. Well, basically a play out in the media now to convince you that it's necessary to war right now, and which is good. You know what I mean? Which is good, because that is what is going to carry this thing to a climax, man. Because we really want to get out of this place, man. This place is full of filth, man. Continue, brother.
Right, because it is in the power of their hand.
Right.
And the power comes from the military might.
Right.
And they covet fields.
Right. So them covet fields, you know what I mean? So right now, here about Venezuela, the whole scenario in Venezuela is one reason why America basically have vested interest in Venezuela. Even Russia and China is because of Venezuela massive oil reserve, man. You know what I mean? So there's no other reason for them to be there. You have dictators other places in the world, but then don't them turn a blind eye to, because guess what? There's nothing there where them basically need.
Right.
You know what I mean? So look, man, it's not about the Venezuelan people. Since when America care about any foreign countries and the people living, him call Haiti a shithole. Haiti not really have nothing for offer, you know what I mean?
So you don't need to go down there.
To the so-called Americans are Trump, basically, South America is a shithole. You know what I mean? Just like Haiti. You know what I mean? That's how him see it. You can see how him class and him style the immigrants them. So, hey, look, man, it's just the resources them offer, man. See, what my eye and see, and they're going to go to war for it, man. And this war, basically, I got the major players like Russia, you know what I mean, and the opposite side of America, man. And it's not going to be nice for the world, you know what I mean? And according to prophecy, a lot of people is going to die, man. You know what I mean? More than half the world population gonna go. You know what I mean, brother?
Right, they say, and they covet fields and take them by violence.
Right.
And houses and take them away.
Right.
So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
And they're about to oppress Iran now. Just like what they oppress nations before, and Venezuela. Now they're about to oppress Iran, and this is American foreign policy throughout the years, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is from RT, right, posted May 9th and edited May 10th. So posted Thursday, edited Friday. The U.S. aircraft carrier Abraham Lincoln deployed to the Middle East 3 days ago as a warning against what the Trump administration called credible threats from Iran.
Right, so how does Iran threatening nobody, man? You know what I mean? They have the Iran, the treaty the other day with the European nations, and everybody's trying to hold the treaty together while the US basically making the problem.
Gone.
So the statement should be the other way around.
Right.
You know what I mean? The US is a threat, and in a sense of a way that's above everybody else, and Iran is a threat in a sense to the US dollar. You know what I mean? And the dominance of the petrodollar in the region, because them selling energy. Seeing and with their partners basically to go around the US dollar. You know what I mean? They're finding ways not to trade, you know what I mean, with the petrodollar. So that is detrimental to the US. So the US must start a conflict in order to resolve that situation there.
Right.
As the US economy, if the US economy is gonna be a no-no. Seeing, so it's like a desperate attempt of the Americans to start a war, man. Continue, man.
So the carrier strike group and bomber task force is intended to send a clear and unmistakable message that the US is fully prepared to respond to any attack from Iran. Right? US Secretary Advisor John Bolton said, announcing the deployment, although he gave no details about the alleged potential threat. Some reports
and basically this we call it something again, man. This is predictive programming. This is predictive programming. What basically him doing through a statement out there as if Iran is going to attack, you know what I mean? So them could potentially create a false flag event that them could say, yeah, see, okay, them attack.
And
You know
that's
what I mean?
exactly what's in the comments, yo.
You know
People
what I mean?
commenting and saying exactly that because
Yeah.
America's bullshit is becoming transparent now. yo.
Right. So it's a strategy with them use, you know what I mean? Oh, them people want to attack me, you know what I mean? And throw the argument out there first, then
Right.
them create the incident.
Yeah, shoot themselves in the
so,
foot and say,
okay,
oh, them did.
see, we don't want us, so them are going to attack we. Yeah.
Saying, it said, some reports suggested that the U.S. has been acting on a vague tip from Israeli spy agency. So who give them a tip? Israel.
Yeah.
Saying, which had been relayed to the U.S. on April 15, but some unquestioning media report on the credible threat from Iran was met with suspicion from analysts and other journalists. Right? He said Iran has dismissed the announcement of the carrier's deployment as old news and pointed out that the carrier's movement was known about it before it was announced. So the man them know exactly what I do, yo.
Right.
Seeing? A spokesperson for Iran's National Security Council called the decision an unskillful use of a worn-out event to wage psychological war against the country, yo.
You know what I mean? So that's what they are doing now. They are basically creating a narrative that them could somehow set up Iran, that them can and can justify themselves attacking Iran, man. You know, so them basically condition people in order to believe that Iran is such a threat. You know what I mean? And they need to do something about them very soon. You know what I mean? But hey, look, man. As I said before, the Lord is the one who's stirring up jealousy, as the scriptures say. He's stirring up this war to happen, and it's gonna so sooner or later this thing is gonna blow up. You know what I mean? In everybody's face, man. Watch what's going on, and you will see. Go on.
It's this is from thenation.com. I posted May 7th. Trump and Bolton are putting war with Iran on a hair trigger. Right? It's is it Iraq all over again? Is President Donald Trump egged on by two ultra hawkish advisors in National Security Advisor John Bolton and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo seeking to launch an illegal, unauthorized war against a country in the Middle East after demonizing its leaders and making bogus charges about weapons of mass destruction? Right? Just as President George W. Bush, led on by Vice President Dick Cheney and Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld, invaded Iraq using false charges that Baghdad had a secret stash of nuclear and chemical arms.
You can see this now. So America dirt is clearly seen by everybody else. Basically, America is naked, man. So whatever them do, everybody know what them up to, man. That old trick there, one trick back then, really work again. You know what I mean? Everybody is on to you, man. Everybody is on to America's dirty tricks, man. It's only the blind alone who can't see this now. You know what I mean? Like people living in America don't have an idea what's really going on, man.
This is Isaiah 47 verse 3, thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
And
thy shame.
And it's prophecy, man. It's prophecy being right there that look, man, everybody got to right through you. It said that nakedness shall be uncovered.
Thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance. I will not meet thee as a man.
And that's what the Lord is doing right now, man. The Lord is setting up America for the greatest fall of a nation since the dawn of existence. You know what I mean?
I really want to bring us again. I believe a Nahum 3. Nahum 3 and verse 1, woe to the bloody city, it is full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. The noise of a whip, the noise of a rattling.
Jake, in the midst of all of this, Jake believing that everything is okay, man. Yeah, guess what? Them have the Kardashians, them have hip hop, you know, the NFL, NBA. Hey, so the prey departed not, man. Because Jake is the one who's the prey. You know what I mean? They're being devoured. You know, every sense of a way. You know what I mean? With the mind is being devoured. You know what I mean? And they've been devoured physically also. Because Jake get put to death, you have abortion, you have all type of something basically destroying the people. Drugs. You know what I mean? So hey, they're being devoured. So the prey departed not. You know what I mean?
Jump to verse 4. It said, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot,
which is America, man.
The mistress of witchcraft.
Mistress of witchcraft. What is part of that witchcraft? The media. You know what I mean?
Democracy.
Feeding those lies, you know what I mean? Hey, lady come over here this morning and she said, boy, right now, to believe everything what basically the American media say about Russia You know what I mean? And the other countries, then America basically justify themselves to fight a war with.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
a
what I
part
mean?
of the witchcraft.
That's a part of them witchcraft, man. Use the media to create sway public opinion. That's
Propaganda.
how it is. You know what I mean? Go on.
Right, that selling nations to her whoredoms
Right.
and families to her witchcraft.
Right.
Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord, and I will
Right.
discover thy skirts upon thy face.
Right. So that's what the Lord is doing now. The Lord exposing the works of the devil.
Right.
And they're exposing America.
Can.
Seeing and all the filth that them basically involved in since their inception.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and set thee as a gazing stock.
Right, so this is all this you see them doing right now, and everybody looking at them with scorn right now. Basically, it's the Lord setting them up for a fall. Then.
Can.
You know what I mean? So everybody's seeing right through America right now and seeing them for what them is, and would like to get rid of them because them is like what the menace on the earth. You know what I mean? And that's what America has been seen worldwide now. The hatred to America right now is at the all-time high. You know what I mean? And the Lord is the one who set up that.
Right, even them allies,
Yeah.
you know, going
Allies
against them now.
basically disapprove of enough things what them doing.
Right.
One.
He said, over the past few weeks, the White House has taken a series of provocative, unwarranted steps that have brought the U.S. and Iran to the brink of war.
Oh.
That's the conclusion of two Democratic senators, right, who were alarmed enough to write in the Washington Post, in which they warned 16 years after the U.S. invasion of Iraq, we are again barreling towards another unnecessary conflict in the Middle East based on faulty and misleading logic.
Right. And we need to go to this war.
Right.
Prophecy need this war. You know what I mean? That we can get out of this place, man.
Can.
Yeah. Right.
This is from the Times of Israel. Right. Posted 25th
Least
of
of the
April.
flock. When the scripture talk about the least of the flock.
Join them
One
out.
causing America for do all of this madness, man.
Right.
Drawing them out. You know what I mean?
He
They
said-
find out demise. man.
Demise, right.
Yeah.
He said Zarif accused, it was posted April 25th. Zarif accuses Netanyahu and the Saudis of trying to provoke US into war with Iran.
Right.
Right. He said Iran's top diplomat said Wednesday US President Donald Trump's aim is to bring us to our knees to talk, but National Security Advisor John Bolton and key US allies in the Middle East want regime change at the very least and the disintegration of Iran.
Right.
You see me?
And America is piping this regime change all over the place, and them can't get it done. You know what I mean? It's not like one time, you see me? Now them have to go physically do some things where basically is more detrimental or more dangerous than what them doing in the past, because now them have to face nations now who have greater capabilities than the ones them what them overthrow before. Such as Iran, man.
Can.
You know what I mean? You can't play that video, brother.
Right.
See me? Because hey, Iran is not gonna be a walkover, man. It's not
Right.
gonna be a walkover like Iran and some other nations, man. Then you have Russia to back them, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get some precept on that too. You know what I mean? The scripture tells us that the weak say I'm strong. So right now Iran is not running, it's not backing down, man. So all them threat, you see them basically as a warning and as a threat, them send bombers and look, man, them think they're not gonna squat. Because the prophecies say, look, man, the weak are gonna say, them strong. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna give America a tough chat. See him so. Yeah?
Right. Here we go.
He told Talk Radio.
Iran is a powerful, strong country with a powerful military. It has the means, and above all, it has the will to fight you if you attack it. Please believe me on that, President Trump. I know what I'm talking about. And I told your predecessor, George W. Bush, not to do it in Iraq. And look how that turned out. But it will be much, much, much worse for you.
Alright, because hey, at the end of the day, you know, you're gonna have a lot of American troops coming in body bags, man. Scripture say, oh, I'm gonna send them in the. Give me the precept there.
Can.
You see me? Because, hey, Americans feel like, say, oh, everybody else in the world are like some primitive army, you know what I mean? Where them can just go in and some man with some AK-47, some, what do you call it, RPG, them are going to fight against, so we're basically no problem. We're going to use some tactical nukes and smart bombs upon them and them things there. Look, man, look, the Iranians have S-300s, man, and them things there, man. Shoot down a aircraft, them and them things there, man, and shoot down your incoming missiles, them, man. and them have offensive weaponry, man. You know what I mean? This ain't no joke, man. A lot of soldiers gonna die, man. A lot of Iranians gonna die, and a lot of Americans gonna die, man. See, and Russia will get mixed up in all the mix, and guess what? A lot of Russians gonna die. You know what I mean? But guess what? A lot of Americans, some of them not even gonna reach back home. You know what I mean? Cause it all get so bad. You know, nobody's not gonna go back home, man. You got bodies in America for deal with itself. Right. You know what I mean? Because that's what's coming, man. That's what's coming, man. This is not no joke matter, man. This is not Iraq again. You know what I mean? This is not Libya again. You know what I mean? This is more dangerous, man. Dangerous. This is prophetically dangerous. Yeah, go on, brother.
So, but I will, Gerald 2 and 20, but I will remove far from you the northern army.
Which is the American army.
Right? Yeah. And will drive them into a land barren and desolate.
Which is them big deserts over there in the Middle East, man.
With his face toward EC.
What is the EC? See? Right. Drop up a map, brother, and I can show them what the EC is, man. You see me? Because all this is prophecy, man. This is not no joke. And I guess, think, feel, and wonder. We are guess, think, feel, and wonder. You know what I mean? You know?
Alright, I think this is supposed to...
Yeah, let's draw up a Middle Eastern map.
This is supposed to be good now.
Yeah. Alright. So, the common talk in the news now is what? The Straits of where?
Straits of Hormuz.
Straits of Hormuz, man. You know, right here, bro. See, so that region there is the Strait of Hormuz. See? And you have the
Suez Canal.
No, not the canal. They have the river Euphrates. Go all the way up. You know what I mean? Which can be considered. All this can be considered as what? The East Sea. You know what I mean? Continue, brother.
Alright, walk to Joel to 120.
Yeah.
And it's in the part toward the utmost sea.
Yeah, go back, brother. I will show them the utmost sea.
That's the Red Sea here.
This is the utmost sea, the Red Sea. You know what I mean? So the East Sea, the utmost sea. So them back turned to this way, and them focus is where?
Iran, yo.
Iran.
And it's hey,
you know what I mean?
The scripture is perfect, yo.
You know what I mean? So that's what going on, man. So when them have, which part them put the bombers them now?
In the Gulf here, yo.
Yeah, them have the bombers them. I think it's Qatar. Some here them.
Qatar, them leave from.
Them have them assets, military assets here. So them line up just like how the prophecy say, man. You know what I mean? Whether them do it today, next week, 2 years from now, guess what? Them lining up and them get themselves ready, man. As the prophecy say, man. One.
Alright. You say and it's in the part toward the utmost sea, right. And his stink shall come up.
Then stink will come up.
Right, and his ill savor shall come up.
Play back the video again, because them think this is gonna be a walkover mission, man. You know, this will escalate so big. The elite they expect say that gonna be the gravity of the situation. The elite never even expect that, man. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be like that, man. It's gonna be very scary, man. So take Mr. Callaway word for it, man.
Hey, don't take him word. Yeah. Just don't listen to him. Go to war.
Yeah, go to war.
Yeah, don't listen to him.
You know what I mean?
You see me? Trump continue to be the big bad bull. You see me?
Yeah.
In Iraq, and look how that turned out. But it will be much, much, much worse for you than it was for George W. Bush, because Iran is far more capable and willing of fighting back against you. And Iran has a religious echo around the world. And you will not just be fighting in the Straits of Hormuz, believe me. You'll be fighting Iran everywhere, or rather...
Not only Iran and their allies, man, like Russia. You know what I mean? And all the other allies, them will go join in, man. You know what I mean? Because this is going to be a what? A world war. See? That is what being the vibration that is being pushed, man. See, and the statement what this man make, that's what it's echoing, man. It's echoing world war, man. You people don't know what the hell is going on, man. You think this is about watching what you call that something now? I showed everybody I watch now. The series Game of Thrones series, you know what I mean? Everybody interested. Nobody don't watch news, man. You want to watch Game of Thrones, you know what I mean? And all different type of form of entertainment, distracting you from what's really going on, man. You know what I mean? Real things is going on, man. It may not fight this year. It may fight this year, because we don't know. Because maybe Trump wants to start a war before the re-election type of thing, because him must feel like him are going back, because them have
Not going back.
them have fight against him so much. You know what I mean? Him gonna start this event.
Can.
You know what I mean? In which, if him start and they go on certain mention, there's no turning back, and yeah, maybe the election will cancel. We don't know. We just a talk. You know what I mean? But hey, whether it happen this year, next year, the year after, this is what been put into place right now. We wish it start this year, man. Even not this month. You know what I mean? Which is the May month, which is one of them high holy month, basically, where them do all them witchcraft thing. You know what I mean?
The thing is, we know certain prophecies have to fulfill first. We know the mark of the beast of
see, hey, this can happen and simultaneously chip roll out, man.
Can.
As the countries them going a state of war, them basically bring in a thing we call emergency pause. You know what I mean? So the mark of the beast can come under emergency pause, man. So who to know? So everything
infrastructure are put together now.
Yeah, so, everything can just come together just like that, man. You know what I mean? Quick like that. Yeah, them prophecies together can fulfill just like that, man. Together. You know what I mean? Continue, brother.
Right.
They'll be fighting you everywhere. It will be an absolute cataclysmic catastrophe.
Which is recipe for the chip. Because if you have cells everywhere, you're going to need to identify everybody, man. So even a chump say him chipping the people at the borders and all them things there, all them things are coming to fruition, man. You know what I mean? All immigrants are get chip on them things there. Hey, look, man, this ain't no joke, folk. This is the real deal, man. Go on, brother.
Attack Iran.
This war may actually...
Yeah, go back to the precept.
Alright, we can bring out Ezekiel 38, and we'll start at verse 2. Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog,
right,
the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal,
right,
and prophesy against him.
Because who push these energy oil or gas nations away from America? Russia. Right. Russia is the one influencing them to come off the US dollar. You know what I mean? Come out the US vice grip. You know what I mean? Without this, where them sanction that can affect one enemy more, we can trade freely without nobody in that way and them thing there. You know what I mean? Russia is the one pushing it, man. Them come up with the BRICS nation idea. You know what I mean? The Brits. They come up with that Shanghai initiative type or something there. You know what I mean? You know? What
Shanghai posse at that one.
No, you have a group with them. The BRICS, them have another name. Someone that corporate. I don't know. I don't remember it off the top of my head now. Where basically Russia, China, and Iran have a pact. You know what I mean? Where basically them come together for make certain trade deals, man. You know what I mean? And
But we know Russia coming up with the Nord Stream pipeline, to Syria to cut out America.
Yeah.
Out of the
no,
oil industry.
it's not really true. Nord Stream is not Nord Stream is not that one. You have a Turk Stream that come from come from the Turkey region, and then you have a pipeline that's supposed to come from Russia, from Iran. You know what I mean? And the American pipeline, they need the pipeline from America to come up from Qatar. You know what I mean? Not done basically through Syria up to Turkey into Europe. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on. You have to have the Nord Stream and you have the Turk Stream. The Nord Stream is up north. You know what I mean? To Germany from Russia. But this is what the war is about, energy. You know what I mean? And very soon you're gonna see bullets flying, man. And real people gonna die. You know what I mean? Yeah. Can I come to the precept, bro?
Can. Alright. It said, and said, thus said the Lord God, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, and chief prince of Meshach and Tubal,
right,
and I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws.
Right. So the Lord is the one who influencing Russia to make these moves, man, and putting these ideas in these nations. Hence, they look, you can fight against America, man. We're gonna fight against America. We're gonna put up our own something. So Russia is the one who influencing them, man. The Lord put it in their mind to do it. You know what I mean? And even the destruction of America, the Lord put that in the minds of the Russians to do that, man. Come on.
He said, and I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws and bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even against company with bucklers and shield, all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya.
Persia, the first name mentioned, man. Iran. So Iran will be around for that war, man. But this war, Iran is gonna be around, man. You know what I mean? So all me hear them probably comment, boy, I say, yo, all them are gonna do now, do something like America get the opportunity to wipe them off of the map. Look, you're not gonna wipe Iran off of the map, man. This is not Iraq, man. Or Libya. You know what I mean? A lot of these Edomites on the comment board talking. You or your loved ones gonna go over there and die. You know what I mean? Because at some point they're gonna have drafting, and your horse gonna be hauled off over there, and you're gonna be put to death over there in them deserts, man. And you're gonna be eaten by vultures, man. That's what's gonna happen, yeah? Go on. Continue, brother.
Can. Alright, it said Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, them all of them with shield and helmet, Goma and all his bands, the house of Togama, and in north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared and prepare for them, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them.
Right, so Russia is going to protect these nations, like how them protecting Venezuela now, man. So all America do from what is just be a talk, when in regards to Venezuela, but them can't do squat. Because Russia basically is them don't know what the Russians plan to do, man. Just like how them never know what Russia plan to do when come on to Syria. You know? So Russia is unpredictable right now in regards to these nations where America making a move on. You know what I mean? But guess what? They're going to make a bold move soon. And one of them friends of Russia, and this thing is going to go down very, 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 very catastrophic, man. You know what I mean?
Alright.
Go on.
Go away. Down there. Yeah.
Joel 3 and 9.
Right.
It said, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near.
Right, so war is being prepared, man. This is prophecy, man. See? And the thing is, you can't find another book on the planet that basically can give you detail by detail description of things that basically happening, man. You know what I mean? So this is how we know that the scriptures are real. So when a nigger come up and talk about man write the Bible, and I'm thinking, look, man, they say all you niggers, man, look, you're gonna be caught up in the midst of this, man. You know what I mean? And the Lord won't be a defense, because guess what? You speak against the word of the Lord for no reason. The only reason why you lick out against the scriptures, seeing, is because you want to justify your wickedness, man. You know what I mean? You rather say God no exists because you want, or you rather say, oh, the Bible not real because you want to continue living in the filth that America portray. So you're gonna die with America, the Americans and America, man.
Gone.
Yes, that's what's gonna go down, man. The Lord gonna burn you, like how you gonna, like how America is gonna be burnt, man. You know, or you die of some starvation in the result of this war, famine or something like that, or some dangerous disease where I get unleashed, man. Hey, this not gonna be nice, man. This not gonna be nice, man. Yeah,
right. It said, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Right. Hey, China is building a new aircraft carrier over there. You know what I mean? They have satellite images that show you that China is now building a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. One is that's gonna be using the catapult, like the American aircraft carrier, in direct competition to them big aircraft carrier America have. China is making some of those carriers now. I don't know where them acquire the technology from. Maybe the elite just give them it. You know what I mean? And say, yo, look, man, the tables want to be balanced. We're gonna make China have some competitive carriers. You know, draw to America some more to conflict, man. See?
Right.
Because you know the minds of America, they're running out of time. Because if them give China time enough, them are gonna match up with them military navy, are gonna match up to them, men. And them can't afford for the Chinese navy match up to them navy. So them need to do something very quickly, man. Since so you have, that is one aspect, and then you have a petrodollar be under threat as one aspect where them need to do something fast, man. So guess what? The third war coming quickly, man. As the scripture say, man, something fast have to get done. You know what I mean? And we are witnessing things getting done now. Hopefully, it's now, man. It's now or never, man. Yeah.
Right.
You know?
So assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather it together around a boat. Till
Right.
they call the mighty ones come down, O Lord.
Right, and we want to see the angels them come down, man, to deliver the elect, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And them are going to influence the war as well, yo.
Right, good.
Seeing them are going to be in the spirit of the midst of them and all them things there, yo.
Good.
Seeing let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Yehoshaphat. Seeing which is over there in the Middle East, yo.
Right.
For there will I sit to judge all heathen round about.
Right.
Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great.
Right.
Multitudes in the valley of decision.
Right.
For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision.
Right, and that's what going on, man.
Gone.
And anybody who can't see this, don't want to see this, don't want to believe it, hey, look, man, hey, a missile is there with the name right and written on it, man. You know what I mean? So, man, Congo worms waiting on you. You know what I mean? Congo worms are the fire is coming for you, man. You know what I mean? So, with that, we say, Kalalali, how Bashim, or Shai Bashim, Kodash, the to the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers out there, continue preaching this word, man. We are almost out of this place, you know what I mean? And hopefully, this year, everything manifests the way we wish it would manifest, man. You know what I mean? Desire to see it manifest, man. You know what I mean?
Gone.
Come on.
Shalom.
Sure.